for the meeting. Please make sure, if you have not done so currently, please scan the QR code up there to get your free parking. We don't want you guys to get an invoice later, so please make sure, take a quick second and scan the QR code if you haven't done so yet. All right, I need everybody's attention. Listen here. I need everybody to stand up for me. If able, please stand. There we go. Okay. Next, everyone, take a deep breath in. Now look at the person next to you and say, I'm so glad you're here. That's awesome. Thank you. You all can be seated. Oh, you matter. Thank you. You can be seated. Just wanted to say, if you were able to stand up, take a deep breath, and tell somebody that you were glad they're here. Man, it's a blessed day, and so glad that you're in this room to connect with the idea that we are here for service above self. So thank you all for that. Now moving on, we are going to move to the invocation and pledge, and I believe, John, are you doing that? Heading over to John Case.
Thank you, President Harris. Let's have the invocation. We gather today as friends, neighbors, and Rotarians on this first day of fall, the fall equinox. We're reminded on this day that the earth tilts on its axis, though we don't really notice it. At the same time, the earth spins at a rate of 135 miles an hour, and we don't really notice it except for the sun rises and the sun sets. And while all this is going on, the earth revolves around the sun at 67,000 miles an hour. This is the fastest thing we'll ever ride in our lifetime, yet we don't notice it. How many other mysterious acts are taking place at this moment that we don't notice? And yet, as Rotarians, we're called to do good, to be people of action. So what small acts can we do that will be noticed? Acts that make our neighborhood better, acts that make our community better, acts that make our nation better, and acts that make the world better. Actions and words that build peace, actions and words that make the world better for tomorrow. This is what Rotary is about. Amen. If you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, beautiful foretaste, God's for and her waves of rain, for her mountains majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. ARY, and that spells Rotary.
John, thank you so much. Moving on, we're going to do an introduction of guests, since we have our past president, Carrie Suffern, coming up to stand to introduce our guests.
Thank you, President Harrison. And I saw some wonderful guests as we came in. I'm going to go around the room. Got one right here at the first table. Sir, would you mind standing up and introducing yourself?
Sure. I'm John Riley, and I have a company here in Raleigh, the John Riley Group, and I'm happy to be here.
Welcome, John. Thank you. All right, we've got some guests back here. No?
Being inducted today.
Oh, wonderful. Inducted. Okay, 2 inductees. Very good. All right. Moving on here. Do we have, Salvation Army? Yes.
I'm Major Joe Crawford with the Salvation Army. I'm here as a guest of Kevin.
Thank you, Major.
Hello, I'm Peter Gory, just in case you forgot who I was. And I'd like to introduce my guest, who is Jonathan Nobles. And he is an immigration and family lawyer here in Raleigh. And I put him on that table especially for reasons that will be explained later. And he is a wonderful human being. Thank you.
Welcome, Jonathan. All right, I know all you gentlemen, and there are some guests up here. Would you all mind standing up and introducing yourself?
Good afternoon. I'm Mary Weber, spouse of new inductee today, Tom Weber. Happy to be here. We moved to North Carolina from Florida a few months ago, so here we are.
Thank you, and Fire Chief Tom, right? Yep, so glad to have you a part of our club. What a great day. And we heard about Jonathan, and we have one more guest over here, our wonderful speaker. Do you mind standing up and introducing yourself? You're a speaker, okay, the speaker's table, all right. President Harrison, here you go.
Thank you so much, Carrie. And it makes me so happy to hear that the majority of the guests that we have in this group today are taking their next steps into membership. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, thank you for being part of the Rotary family. Moving on real quick, is we're going to be doing this announcement just for the next couple of weeks, but we still do need some photographers. We've had a couple people that have said that they would raise their hand and do some photography. If you have any interest and you have a cell phone, like an iPhone that could take photos, please reach out to Linda. We'd love to have some extra photos during the meeting. Moving on. Real quick update. Who went to the Holy Name of Jesus Cathedral tour last week? All right. Give me a round of applause if you enjoyed that tour. Yeah. Yeah, we had just some pictures here for those who were not able to attend. You missed a wonderful tour. A phenomenal building with a lot of history from the stained glass that we saw and all the other pieces of artwork inside the building, as well as, well, there we go. Some pictures of the inside. I believe, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, from the bottom of the pews all the way up to the top of the dome is 17 stories, I believe they said. It is absolutely astounding being in there, seeing how large this thing is. But we had a wonderful tour, and I hope that this is the first of many field trips that we go to as a Rotary Club. It's fun to shake things up and have some box lunches out there at the park afterwards and whatnot. So we had a really good time. Thank you all for being out there. Next, I'm excited about today. Diamante is coming up for a membership update.
We are very busy in Rotary today. How are y'all doing today? Woo! I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Even though my Carolina Tar Heels, we lost last week. But I will say, I had a great time at the Richmond game a couple of weeks ago. Judge Hunter is not here, but I was sitting basically a chair under him. So once I met him, man, I knew everybody at Carolina for real now. So, but with that being said, we want to introduce, we want to have a couple of readings today. So I'd like to have Michael to come up, Tom to come up, and Maddie to come on up. All righty. Okay, got it. Perfect. So, love that blazer, by the way. Yeah, that's nice right there. Oh, you can. Yeah, let's talk after. The first reading I want to do is basically we want to do is introduce this Michael. Michael is sponsored by Paul Watson. Mike has been married for over 33 years to his lovely wife, Jennifer. They have 2 adult children. Mike has received his bachelor's degree in information and computer science from Georgia Tech University. I know, right? But Mike had moved from Atlanta to Raleigh in 1998. Wow, so you've seen a lot change from here. Yeah, Mike has worked in various roles at IBM in that organization for over 36 years until 2024. Mike gave his life to Christ in 2004, which is awesome, and joined the Church of Apostles as he has served as the missions team leader as well as the Bible study leader. But he is now currently the joint chairman of C12 organization, excuse me, he's the chairman of C12 Greater Triangle, where he serves as Christian business owners. I think that's awesome. Mike's favorite hobby is pickleball, gardening, and running. So if you guys want to get to know Mike a little bit more, a man of God, a man that loves his people, and we need more people like that in the church, man. So I appreciate your service and your heart for doing that. So guys, give a round of applause for Mike. You can have a seat.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Awesome.
So we have an introduction of our own two new members today. We're getting two for one. I like this. First, we're going to have Maddie. She is sponsored by Harrison Turner, and then we're going to have Chief Weber. He is sponsored by Randy Frazier. And so basically, what we're going to do is I'm going to read you guys 3 questions. You will answer. I will. Okay. But first, Chief Weber and Maddie, basically your membership application has been reviewed and has been approved in accordance to our club's constitution and bylaws. We will now proceed in admitting you into membership in the Rotary Club of Raleigh and the friendship of Rotary throughout the world by answering I will. The first question for each of you, starting with you, Maddie, will you join us as we strive to live a life of service above self? Perfect. Question 2, will you join us in our activities for service projects, fundraising activities in support of our community? All righty, and the last one, question 3, will you join us in supporting Rotary's efforts worldwide, which focus on these 7 areas: promoting peace, disease prevention, providing clean water and sanitation, maternal and child health, basic education and literacy, economic and community development, protecting the environment?
I will.
Awesome. So Randy, we want you to pin Chief for us, and Harrison will pin Maddie for us. So I would like to ask for all fellow Rotarians to please stand up real quick. Yes, and it is my pleasure and honor to welcome our 2 new members, Chief Weber and Maddie. Welcome, you guys. Give them a round of applause. Glad to have you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So while they're taking their pictures, just want to let you guys know we are having new member orientation here at on the 24th at 5:30 p.m. You guys, it's basically where you get to know more things about our club, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. And if you know, also too, for our members as well, if you know anybody that's interested in joining this lovely club, please feel free to let me know or let Harrison or anybody else know. We'd love to have new members, and as you can see, we love to have a good time. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, Devontae. Thank you to our new members. It excites. I love membership, and I'm so happy that we have members who are joining that are really engaged and active. And to back up, on September 24th, if you have a red badge, and you don't have your blue badge yet, one of those things is if you're a new member, you have to go to a new member orientation. We do it maybe once a quarter, twice a year. So make sure to mark your calendar. Demonte's going to do a good job at that. Moving on, we have a quick coffee with the Rotarians. This poll was supposed to go out last week. My fault. I fell behind and didn't get out there. So look into your inbox. You will get an invite to be a part of Coffee with Rotarians, where we're going to take a group of 3 or 4 Rotarians, randomly put you together, and have you guys go and meet outside of a regular business meeting to get to know each other a little bit more. So be on the look for that in your inbox this coming up week. Now, a service update from Kevin Summers. Kevin.
Thank you, President Harrison. First, let me update you on, we're going to update you on 2 projects and then talk about our new project. So first, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before that, I didn't see Chase Breeden in the room, but he was our chairman. We went to North Raleigh Ministries, a thrift store. We had 11 Rotarians there, which was an awesome turnout. We got there at 9 before they opened. They had their big sale at 10 o'clock. So our job was to help organize the store, put things away, price them appropriately. And then since we had so much help, we finished early, and I appreciate everybody's help. Jennifer missed the picture, but she was there as well. The second project I want to have Richard update you on is our laundry basket.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. So we have our project where we're partnering with Wake Up and Read called the Raleigh Book Basket, where for the entire year, we'll be collecting new and gently used books for Wake Up and Read. Now, what Wake Up and Read is doing, they're going to keep the new books and put them in schools And the gently used books, they're going to distribute to their partners at the wash house. And at 8 wash house triangle locations, they have a book basket that children can take books to bring their own home library. So Wake Up and Read has been a great partner. This is an annual project where once a month we will collect books and I will bring to Wake Up and Read. In September, this club collected over 200 books our first month. And once again, I'll be collecting books on October 6th. I think that's the first Monday in October. Yep. So again, we'll send out notes. Any new and gently new books you can have shipped to me or you can bring. And any gently used, just bring day up and I'll get them right down to Wake Up and Read. This has been a great project. I have a goal now that we got 200. We got a little benchmark here. Maybe we can do 2,400 books. I think that's very achievable. Thank you for your partnership and thank you for being a big part of this community.
Thank you, Richard. And I just thought of something. When we were at the thrift store, so I'll put in a plug. If you guys shop at thrift stores, North Raleigh Industries, there was a large children books section. So if you want to buy books dirt cheap, i.e. 99 cents, this is a great place. You can pick up some books, donate them to the club, and serve 2 causes. And the last thing I want to talk about is in 2 weeks, on October 3rd and 4th, City of Raleigh is continuing the Bluegrass Festival. For those of you who have been around a while, you know that this club started from day one, thanks to our partner, Frank McNally, in getting us involved in the City of Raleigh's probably biggest festival that they do downtown Raleigh. The festival has been continued for 10 years. The International Bluegrass Association last year decided to move to Chattanooga, Tennessee, but the City of Raleigh is going to continue the Bluegrass Festival. So this will be the first year that it's being operated by an independent organization. Same deal, stages set up all along Fayetteville Street on Friday and Saturday. We're going to be out there again. They were excited to see Rotary return. We did not do it the last couple of years because there were some problems with the International Bluegrass Festival, but this is a great time. If you've lived in Raleigh or you're new to Raleigh, this is one of those premier festivals where bluegrass music, whether you like it or not, if you come down there, I guarantee you'll enjoy the music. The crowd is lovely, and it's usually nice fall type weather. So we're going to be down there again, hopefully at the corner of Martin and Fayetteville, Friday night, and then most of the day on Saturday. 2-hour shifts. I'm looking for 2 people for 2-hour shifts. You'll see sign up in the newsletter, and I appreciate your help. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Moving on, we have some exciting updates with our fundraiser with John Cates. So I'm going to have John come up. I think he's also probably going to do the raffle right after. John.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. It's great to be here today. Thank you for coming, supporting your Rotary Club. I'm going to talk a little bit about our fundraising campaign for the oak trees for Raleigh. And the America 250 City of Oaks Tree Campaign is up. It's running. The website for donations is up and running. We've had some generous Rotarians already step up and make some commitments. And we'll talk more about that. I would like to thank Neighbors Health for stepping up and being a part of it. I would like to thank Mary Moss for stepping up and being a part of it. Our presenting sponsor, North State Bank, is a big part of this. I want to thank Surrey Roberts for stepping up, being a part of this, and Braxton is also stepping up. So people are getting enthused. This is the official America 250 Oak Tree Campaign logo that has been approved. It's going to come in some different designs. There will be monochrome as well as the multicolored. And I got to tell you, I am so excited about the reception that I get. I've been a career sales and marketing person for 40 years, and I have never had anything that I've pitched to people that generated as much excitement, enthusiasm, and was just so well received. So we have 3 team captains. Everyone is on a team. I'm going to encourage you to get enthused about oak trees, and I'll share more about that. The city of Raleigh is sanctioning and partnering with us. We have an agreement of understanding with the city. WRAL has a big in-kind donation, and we just had a meeting with them last week. They're going to be on board for the whole year with public service announcements and other kinds of stories covering what the Rotary Club of Raleigh is doing for America 250. I need you to mark your calendars. The first date is Monday, October 13th. Yes, we normally meet on Mondays. This particular Monday is a holiday, so we were able to work with the city of Raleigh to plant a ceremonial oak tree in the historic Moore Square on this day. And I know there's no meeting, but everyone should come to this. It'll be exciting. Our presenting sponsor will be there. City officials will be there. We're going to invite the mayor to come. It's truly going to be the kickoff of the campaign, and I expect that WRAL will be there interviewing the president and other members of our organization to see what this campaign is all about. The next ceremonial tree planting will be in historic Oakwood Cemetery in the Veterans section. We're going to be working to see if we can get some special sponsors for that. I understand the Daughters of the American Revolution, as well as some other veterans of foreign wars, might be interested in participating with that. So if you know someone that wants to be involved in honoring veterans and planting a historic oak tree celebrating America 250, please see me or your team captains. And lastly, the governor's executive mansion tree planting. The Rotary Club of Raleigh is going to be sponsoring this section of trees, and we will have a chance to be there when they're planted and to probably have some state executives. So this is being done in conjunction with the North Carolina State Department of Administration. So with this campaign, we're touching the city, we're touching veterans, and we are touching the state of North Carolina's executive mansion. So I'm very excited and proud of that. Before I go to the raffle, I want to share a response that I just got this morning from a potential presenting sponsor. And this is indicative of the kind of reception that we're getting when we present this to corporate and individual sponsors to participate with the Rotary Club of Raleigh. It says, thank you for sharing the information regarding the America 250 Oak City Tree Campaign. It's a meaningful and commendable initiative. I will follow up with you after the board of directors meets in November to confirm our availability to support the effort. We truly appreciate all the Rotary Club does for Raleigh. So I encourage you, let's get out and get the sponsors. They're excited about participating in this, and all we need are people that are able to spread the good word, people that are not afraid to put themselves out there and say, hey, let me tell you what we're doing. Let's plant some trees. So with that, let's switch to the raffle. We've got a little bit of money today. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, I can't promise you I'm picking your ticket, but maybe I am. It is 825902. 825902, yes. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you for the update, John. And I won't be long-winded on this, but John and the fundraising committee, as well as Leslie and the public image committee, have been working super diligently on this fundraiser and have really set up our club for success. I know Richard has said this is a generational project for our club. So all I have to say is there are people behind the scenes that are working really, really hard to make sure that this thing can go the distance. It's up to each one of us in this room to actually take it there. So that means talking to people in your community that you want to get involved, maybe sponsorship, showing up to these tree plantings and showing the city of Raleigh that the Rotary Club of Raleigh is here. So just want to say that, but I know that we'll do that. I'm excited to see what we do. John, yeah. Jim asked, what time on November 11th? Do we have a time? TBD. We'll let you know as soon as possible, though. Thank you. All right, moving on. Happy dollars. Charlie? And also we have the rug buckets on the table for the dimensional lines. Please put any kind of spare change you have in that. We are also going to be bringing out the cart buckets back again as well and doing them every other month. The cart buckets go specifically towards Alzheimer's research, and the dimensional lines is for those supporting family members that are dealing with it. So we're going to try to support both of those clubs on a monthly basis back and forth. But Charlie, happy dollars.
Thank you, President Harris. Those sports fans know that my Richmond Spiders lost to the Carolina Tar Heels last week. So I was sorry to see them, but next year they're playing the Wolfpack, I was reading. So go Spiders to beat the Wolfpack next year. Anybody happy? Here's Kevin.
Normally I talk about the Lions, they don't play till tonight, but hey, our Carolina Panthers finally look good, so how about that?
That's right. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, nobody over here? Anybody else? Going up? Yes, sir. All right, Chief.
I got 10 happy bucks for the introduction to the club, and I'm very happy to be here. Mary,
Thank you very much. Thank you for, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, this one's going to cost me some happy dollars, but several years ago, I went to Elon University with my daughter for Father-Daughter Day at her sorority, and I met this wonderful young man, and I just thought to myself, I wish my daughter Grace would date somebody like this young man. Well, they got engaged this weekend, so she did make a great decision, and we're so pleased with that.
That's great. Thank you. That's great news. Great news.
I have one more. I forgot about my Dominican friends. The Dominican Rotarians are here this week. They arrive Wednesday night, I think, or Thursday morning. So if you guys are available and you want to meet some of them, they're going to be at the Carrie Kildare Club meeting on Thursday night. They meet for a dinner club. And then the Carrie Page, I might have these backwards, meets Friday morning. So those are the two options. If you can come to one of those meetings, you can check out the Dominican Rotarians.
Good deal. Thank you, Kevin. Dominican Rotarians. President Harrison, thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. I love how Jim Dorsett's speaking things to existence. That's great. That's awesome. All right, press the wrong button. That would help. Birthdays. We have Sarah Reeves on the 25th. Happy birthday. Adam Solo, yours is on the 26th. And Eric Larson on the 28th. Happy birthday to everyone. I think they're all in the room. So round of applause for those birthdays. And then we have Nathan and his wife Rachel. Their anniversary is on the 26th. I didn't see Nathan in here, but happy anniversary to him and his wife coming up. And then moving on to our upcoming meetings. So September 29th is coming up Monday. We have Zach Manor with Urban Forestries for the city of Raleigh. He is someone that we have been working with this tree campaign. So he's going to be coming out and talking about a little bit more about that. October 6th, we have somebody named Paul Watson. Oh, there you are. Paul is going to be presenting. Excited to have him come and speak. October 13th, we've got the tree planting. It's not a traditional meeting because we're usually off for Clumps Day, but October 13th, we'd love to have people out there. And then October 20th, we have a special meeting with Randy Mounts. He's going to be doing a foundation program. So make sure to mark your calendars for all those meetings and invite people. Now we get our featured presentation. I'm very excited, as well as many in this group are excited to hear from David and Raihana. I've got David's bio that I'll be just highlighting very quickly, and then David's going to be introducing Raihana before she comes up and speaks. David Theoden is a retired IBMer. He retired there in 2005. In meeting with him before the meeting, he just said, you don't have to read through my bio. Just talk about what I'm passionate about, which is what I love, as is kind of what Rotary is all about. He is an avid rock climber and has gone around the world in rock and alpine ice. Other climbing pursuits take him to the New Hampshire, Colorado alpine challenges, from the Tetons and the Cascades. And in his travels, he learned about Ascend and what they do in their organization. And he became very, very passionate about it. And he's been working with them Since 2019, is that right, when you joined the board of directors? In 19, okay. So since 2016, he's been passionate about this organization and what they do and their partnership. So very excited to have David come and speak today. Feel free to come up, sir. The floor is yours. Get down. That's correct. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having us. I retired 20 years ago from IBM, and I think this is the first time in 20 years I've been standing in front of an audience pointing at PowerPoint presentations. It kind of brings back memories. I don't know if I've still got the skills. At any rate, thank you for having us here. I'm not really the speaker. I'm the sort of the, I guess call me the escort. The young woman I'm about to introduce, I first met on December the 21st, 2021, as she exited security at the Raleigh-Durham Airport. She had just flown in with several other young women and her brother from the Fort Dix refugee camp up in New Jersey. And I've told many people many times that moment when I saw them walking up that aisle, if you're familiar with the meeting place and how they come up to you, was life-changing for me. Literally, these women are inspiring. And I'm very proud to have been involved with an organization called Ascend that has been working in Afghanistan since 2015 and in Pakistan for the past 2 years, leveraging climbing to develop leadership skills to empower women in those environments where there's not a whole lot of power going around in the female section of the demographic. But I'm not going to rattle on. I'll introduce to you the young woman who I refer to as my adopted granddaughter. And what she's going to do is she's going to basically tell you her story. And then at the conclusion, I'll come back up as a representative of governance of Ascend, give you a little bit more of the background of the organization, what we're doing, and encourage you to visit our website and learn more. There's a card on your table. All you got to do is scan the QR code, and it'll take you to the website. Raihana, it's all yours.
Thank you, Dave.
Well, thank you so much for having me here. And my name is Raihana Ahmady, originally from Afghanistan. And I think this is a great opportunity so I can share about my own journey of resilience, hope, and the transformation. And today, besides sharing my own journey and my own story, I also want to share about the Afghan girls who are in Afghanistan right now, and their dreams have been silenced, and they are banned from their basic rights, which is education. So first of all, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I joined the SIN and how it changed my life. When I first heard about a SIN's program, I was in high school at that time. And when they introduced us in climbing program, physical training, and even like mountaineering expeditions, honestly, I had no idea what is climbing is. But I knew one thing, that in Afghanistan, many girls dreamed of doing sports like this. But they also knew what society would say if they tried. Like traveling to provinces or even being seen as an athlete was considered unacceptable in such a conservative environment. So when I decided to join Ascend, I knew it wouldn't be easy for me. And even calling myself a climber, I would definitely face with judgments. And it feels so strange to me right now that I'm seeing that what is very normal for women around the world, which is doing any sports that they want, or even exploring nature, is something unacceptable where I grew up. But I'm so glad that I made the decision and I joined Ascend, even though I was very young at the time. So I believe Ascend did something very powerful. They gave this opportunity to a group of high school girls who were just beginning to decide what direction their life could take. So day by day, after being for 2 years as an Ascend team member, I grew physically stronger, I gained confidence, and we opened the doors for other girls who were in the 2020 or 2019 team members. Because I was an alumni that I joined us in 2017 and 2018. As a part of the program, we also did volunteer works. Each girl could choose based on their own skills to do something voluntarily in the society. For example, it was like teaching English and helping care with an organization like caring the animals, teaching literacy for women, or leading sports teams in schools. I thought teaching English for women was something very needed, and they were really interested to learn English. So my volunteer work was to teach them English 2 days a week. And I was like, I have so many good memories and so many good stories from that program. So beyond my climbing journey and being a student in college in civil engineering back home, I was very passionate about fashion and design. So I decided and inspired me to start my own business in fashion and design. The idea was not only revive of Afghanistan traditional fashion and design and clothing, but also to support Afghan women by working with them and supporting them and giving them a platform. And most of those women had never got the chance to do education, and yet they have had like really incredible skills, which was embroidery. And my goal was very simple at that time. It was to just give them a platform, to just bring their work into society, and to just let them feel the dignity of contributing outside of the home. And honestly, I still have all those stories that they shared with me. I met women who were at the same age of me with 6 kids and never feel of being how powerful a woman could be. And they kind of feel always forgettable in the society and kind of feel empty. And each those stories are so meaningful for me. And hopefully one day I could share them all to the world, which is what I'm doing right now. So during that entrepreneurship program, I managed everything myself, design, like the meetings with them, hearing their stories, and even sometimes the photo shots, the photography, the makeup, and everything. With almost no sources, because it was like a very small business, which I started from zero. And when I look back, I realized that I could only do that because of the confidence and resilience I gained from climbing. And I still honestly remember those moments that, those moments on the wall while doing rock climbing, completely stuck, terrified, and also have like crying, and also almost ready to give up, because it was hard. Honestly, climbing was really hard. And we start climbing and training rock climbing outdoor, because we didn't have like any indoor gyms. With all so many fears in our heart. But I remember all those team members that they were shouting my name, that Raihana, you got this, you're almost there, don't give up. So all those voices, all those words give me strength. And this strength carried me into every challenge afterward. So that was a story and the journey that I worked for a short time, for almost 8 months in 2020, the traditional clothing and design. And we entered to 2021, which was the hardest and challenges year of my life, not only me, for all Afghans. The collapse happened in Afghanistan, and then they told us to leave the home with nothing. And it wasn't just like, for me, it wasn't just like traveling to somewhere else. For me, it was like leaving my family, leaving my loved ones, leaving my career, leaving my friends. And the most important thing was leaving home. And we also didn't know where we are going. The only thing we knew on that time was we had no other choice. So after passing a hard time in the military camps in Qatar, in the US, finally we heard back from the Ascent crew, from the Ascent community, that, hey, we are really excited to see you all. Don't feel alone. We are here. If you want to come to Raleigh, North Carolina, you're going to have to still the climbers community. And again, that was the best choice I ever made. So we came to Raleigh, North Carolina in 2021. And the Ascent community stood with us again. And people like David, which I've always remembered that, I'll remember that, and who reminded us that you're doing great and you're not alone. And all the support, emotional support, was like very supportive. And same like David, there were like other friends who helped us a lot. One of them was Jonathan as well, which he didn't help me, not only me, but 1,000 other Afghan families with the most challenging and stressful, which is the legal documentation on all these stuff. And I'm sure they invested a lot of their time and their love, their energy, because they believed in us. So coming back to the reality in Afghanistan, as many of you may know about what is going on right now or what happened in Afghanistan, that Afghanistan has faced some of the darkest time in recent years, which after 2021, they banned school, education, work for women. They forced them to cover their face. Their dreams were cut. short and their goals were taken away. But what inspired me and what, like after 2021, was that we have an opportunity to build ourselves so one day we can just do something for them, or we have the opportunity to raise their voice. And after 2021, honestly, for a year, everyone was shocked and everyone didn't know where to start back. Even people who were evacuated in the same places. But girls in Afghanistan, they found a way for themselves. They found social media. So with Cover Face, they raised their voice. They start entrepreneurship programs in Afghanistan online. And they never stayed silent, which was very hopeful and for the future. But unfortunately, like the past couple of days, I've heard that the Taliban wants to cut off the internet all around the country, which they have already did. It's the biggest provinces, which is really sad. And everyone is like right now struggling to find a way for that. And I'm sure they're gonna find a way, but I think it's time for us to raise their voice because we have the opportunity. Just to tell where we are right now, and I'm so proud to say that in 2025, May 2025, I graduated with a master's degree in textile engineering from North Carolina State University. Thank you. Yeah. And I've registered my business, Raihana LLC, which was in Afghanistan, it was Raihana. Raihana is a Pashto word, which means silk and a very good quality fabric. I registered my business, even though I haven't got chance or time to start it back. But I'm so glad that since it's like, I'm very passionate about it and it's my big dream. And I'm not alone. Mina, one of our assistant girl, she's doing her bachelor's degree in Swarthmore College. Shukriya is in college, Farahna is in college, Farishda, Rabia, and many other girls who got evacuated through us in different countries. They're pursuing their goals and their dreams right now, which is very hopeful. And I'm seeing every day that they are raising their voice through social media, through different events, and that's very a hope for the future. And looking ahead is that my journey is not complete, since my biggest dream is to collaborate with those women who I used to work back home in Afghanistan. And I'm still in contact with them, I'm still talking with them, and I'm seeing the hope in their voice, in their eyes. And I've had a small talk with Mina, which is my best friend, and she told me she's doing a project through school. She wants to do interviews with all these Afghan girls that they just joined Ascend after 2021. And they are doing different programs, which David is going to give you more information about it. The program is not climbing, which I'm sure they really want, and they're really hoping to do that, but they cannot do climbing outdoor or indoor, but they are busy with other different programs. And Mina told me that, like, honestly, they are so grateful for any opportunity, like even a small program once a month, just talking about self-confidence, talking about mental health, talking about education. It's like a big thing for them. They just want to do something for themselves. And my story is not unique. My dreams are not unique. They are the dreams of millions of other Afghan girls. And the only difference is that I'm here with lots of opportunity, but they are stuck in Afghanistan. So today, I stand before you with deep gratitude. Gratitude for Ascend, for giving us this opportunity, and like for other girls as well. Gratitude for the community that welcomed us, which I was like really scared, honestly. The day that we left home, the only thing I was thinking that I don't wanna face with being as a refugee and just giving me the feeling of you're different or you're not like us, you know, which I'm so grateful that that's not happened to me. And I was like very welcomed from the community. And also I stand here with responsibility to share not only their voice, but to be like the voice of those girls back home, share their dreams, their goals, who are banned from education, who are waiting for a chance. And all these are gonna be more effectful by supporting. Like, not my voice is not gonna be enough. So we need to raise, like all of us get together and raise their voice, which I'm so happy that Ascend is doing that right now. And thank you so much. I think David is gonna share more about what Ascend is doing right now after 2021. And again, it was an honor to be here and share this story. And thank you for listening.
See, it's been 20 years since I've used PowerPoint, so I gotta remember to change. Oops. All right, let's have my next one. We had a massive 3-slide presentation. We're not rushing, so anyone who has questions, we know you adjourn at 1:30, and so we want to make sure that you get back to your other responsibilities. I'll close out by reminiscing. At 4 o'clock in the morning on August 15th, 2021, my phone beeped. And there was a 1-line text for me. I was the chairman of the board at the time, from Ascend's executive director. And the sentence simply read, "The Taliban are in Kabul." And instantly, Ascend's mission changed. We changed to evacuating our people. And for 2 months, we went 7 by 24. And we got all of our staff, all of our alumni from the programs over the years, and all of our current participants. Every one of them, 134, we got them out. About 7, I guess, we're walking up to retail here in Raleigh. United States. Back and sort of deal with the PTSD and say, what next? And we decided we're going back in. And we're back in Afghanistan. Program's different now. We can't go out mountain climbing with the Taliban roaming the streets. But we're running very, very effective programming now to achieve our goal, which is to transfer leadership skills to help young women discover their own strength, to empower them. I'm surprised that we've been able to restart the way we have. And I'm so proud of those young women and our staff in Kabul. There's a card on your desk, and it's got a QR code. And I'd like you to at some point in the near future, scan that QR code and go to our website and find out what we're doing. Because it really is, given the environment in Kabul right now, and new challenges with the internet. I actually love this. Right after I retired, I was a volunteer Amtrak train host. And I followed those whistles all over North Carolina. It was great. But at any rate, please check us out. We need your support. We're also in Pakistan. In northern Pakistan, we're running the full spectrum of programming. And we're creating a cadre there of very, very competent women climbers with skills that are actually certified and recognized worldwide. You got to be out of here at 1:30. I'm going to let you out early. Raihana and I'll be up here. Please visit our website and support those young women in Afghanistan and Pakistan. And thank you very, very much for the invitation to join you today.
We got a couple from 1 or 2 questions, if there are any, for David or Raihana. Peter.
They warn you about mountains in North Carolina? Can you talk about it?
Sorry.
Did they warn you about mountains in Raleigh?
What you know about that?
Oh,
Here.
I mean, honestly, no. Because like the Afghanistan climate and the mountains are very different than here. But since 2021, I've got like the chance to travel different mountains here, like with us in Peru. We have been to Yosemite, and we have been to different mountains in the like Pilot Mountains, which are so beautiful and very different than Afghanistan, but very beautiful.
We've gotten really good support from industry for our programming. And she mentioned Yosemite. Patagonia actually sponsored all of the girls that resettled here in the US. At the end of the first year, they picked up the tab and took them out to Yosemite to climb with the climbing rangers there for a week. And there's a film on the internet. If you just Google Ascend in Patagonia, it's a wonderful, wonderful film. One more. I'll let you. Death threats or personal safety threats by the Taliban?
Well, right now or before 2021? Overall, okay. I mean, I'm gonna share what was look like before 2021. Besides, I mean, there were a lot of like threats from Taliban, of course, you know, because when Ascend shared our stories, the pictures, the videos of like doing climbing, because we had so many accomplishments, because you know we have been to different provinces, to the mountains, to the peaks that they never been, and sharing this in different articles and different websites, and you know, by the time that I started climbing 2017, and then comparing that to 2020, which there were like different other team members, there were a lot of restriction, and we had to really be aware of that, and we have to be like, you know, we had to be very careful, you know, starting by like doing hijab. Honestly, it was so hard going to the mountain, doing climbing with hijab, and we were happy even to do that, because we didn't want to that, you know, I don't know, the Taliban or the other tourist groups, or like, you know, even some conservative or close-minded people in the society took that from us, that opportunity. So, I mean, before 2021, yes. And after 2021, right at the time the Taliban took over, I'm pretty sure that Marina and others crew, they were aware of that, because they have already got threatened, like, you know, before 2021. And after 2021, the Taliban, who we didn't know who they are, where they are, because we were in the city. And when we were traveling to the provinces, like 2 months before an expedition, we had to talk, with the government, the governors, with the safety groups. And we were traveling with a group of safety, kind of like guard us to the mountain. And they knew that right now that the Taliban are in the city, their first target will be women, especially those women who were active before 2021 and who were just doing advocate for women. Yeah, but if you have.
Yeah, I have a couple of points to make on that, and then we will let you go. But when there were security concerns even before 2021, and so all of our expeditions out of the city were carefully planned, and itineraries altered and so on, to avoid the less secure areas. Now, of course, we're not traveling out of the city, but travel in the city for a young woman is hazardous, not because of the any threats directly from the Taliban, but the male attitudes in the city. Before we could take the bus to the programming, now we can't. Well, about a quarter of our budget for operations in Afghanistan is allocated to providing secure transportation for the girls from their homes to the programming. And that's just because, a 17-year-old girl doesn't go strolling through the streets of Kabul right now, even with the burqa. So we're very aware of that. By the way, the Taliban knows about us. We're officially registered. There may be a few things going on in our programming that they're not clear on, but women's mental health is what we advertise for the Taliban, and they're supportive of that, and then everything else flows in under it. So, knock on wood, every day the attitudes of the Taliban and the policies of the Taliban change. They've got their own internal politics and stuff happens. But right now, we're legal. And I guess we should thank them again for coming. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you to all the work that Sin's doing, but also just the fact that your bravery, telling your story, and then also trying to speak on behalf of young women in your country and give dignity to that voice. Thank you for everything that you're doing. A small token, we love to give our speakers Rotary Club of Raleigh coffee mug. So thank you so much for that. One more round of applause for our speakers today. Thank you so much. All right, Rotarians, with that, will you please stand with me? And Daniel, will you please lead us out with the four-way test, sir?